Hi guys, good day. It's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class, it's all about the conic section and we are focusing in parabola. So without further ado, let's do this topic. Now we are told to determine the opening of parabola, the vertex, the focus, the axis of symmetry, the rectrix, and the length of the latus rectum and its vertices. Now this is already part 2 of our video class. The part 1 of our video, we actually solved for number 1. So if you want to learn more about this number 1 class, I will just put the link on the description down below. We actually answered this one class step by step. So feel free to see the video class. Alright, so before we answer number 2 class is we need to understand more with regards to the standard form. Now the standard form of parabola, we have quantity x minus h squared equals 4p quantity y minus k. We also have quantity x minus h squared equals negative 4p quantity y minus k. If you have x in squared, x minus h quantity squared, therefore class, your parabola, it could open upward or downward. If you have quantity x minus h squared. Now if you have quantity y minus k squared equals 4p quantity x minus h, you also have quantity y minus k squared equals negative 4p quantity x minus h. Your parabola class, it opens right and left. So let me just explain this one class for you not to be confused. By just looking at the equation class, you already know that your parabola, it could open upward, downward, right, or left. Once again, if you have x, then squared, and then the number class before this quantity is positive, your parabola class opens upward. Once again, if you have x, then squared, your parabola, it could open upward or downward. Now, if the number before this quantity is positive, your parabola opens upward. If the number before this quantity is negative, your parabola opens downward. Check class, example number 1. We explained this one in the first video. We have x, then squared. Therefore, our parabola class, it could open upward or downward. Now, since the number before this quantity is positive 8, therefore, class, our parabola opens upward. Okay, if this is negative 8 before this quantity, therefore, class, our parabola opens downward. Simple as that, class. Now, let's have this y class. Let's explain this one class before we start with number 2. Now, if you have y, then squared. Once again, if you have y, then squared, y is in squared, your parabola, it could open to the left or to the right. Now, if the number beside this quantity is positive, example, this is 10, example, this is positive 10, therefore, class, your parabola opens to the right. If this is negative 10, before this quantity, your parabola opens to the left. Let's check example number 2, class. We have y, right? We have y, and then we have squared. Therefore, our parabola, it could open to the right or to the left because we have y in squared. Now, the number before this quantity is negative 12. Therefore, class, our parabola opens to the left. Simple as that, class. Alright, so if you understand that one, class, we will be answering number 2, class. Alright, let's start with the opening of parabola. Opening of parabola. Alright, so once again, we have y. Okay, our y is in squared. And the number before this quantity, once again, if y is in squared, it could open to the right or to the left because y is in squared. Now, the number before this quantity is negative 12. Therefore, class, our parabola opens to the left. Okay? Our parabola opens to the left. So, the answer is left. Alright, and then next, we need to find vertex. So, vertex. Once again, class, vertex, there would be h and k. So, vertex, there would be h, comma, k. H, comma, k. Now, once again, let's always remember this one, that h is always beside x, and k is always beside y. Check the equation, class. H is always beside x, and k is always beside y, right? Check the equation, class. H is always beside x, k is always beside y. K is always beside y, h is always beside x. Same with this one. H is always beside x, k is always beside y. So therefore, h is always beside x. This will be our h. If this is negative 3, you get the additive inverse. Always remember that one, class. If this is negative 3, this will be our h. you get the additive inverse. Our answer for H class, that would be positive 3. Alright, and our K is beside Y. If this is negative 1, you get the additive inverse. Our K is positive 1. Simple as that, class. You always get the additive inverse, class. H is beside X. This is negative 3. Get the additive inverse. That will be positive 3. This is negative 1 for K. Get the additive inverse. That will be positive 1. Alright, and then next step, class, is you need to get the value of P for us to get the focus. Okay, get the value of P for us to get the focus. And the formula to get the value of P, that would be 4P equals this number. Once again, class, it's always positive 4P, then this number. Do not be confused, class. Once again, in the equation, class, you have negative 4P, right? Check the equation, class. You have 4P, negative 4P, 4P, then negative 4P. But to get the value of P, class, it's always positive 4P, then the number before this quantity. Okay? Always positive 4P, then the number before this quantity. The number before this quantity is negative 12. So that will be 4P equals, copy this number, negative 12. Alright, and then to get the value of P, you divide both sides by 4 so that we can cancel this out. And the remaining equation will be only P equals negative 12 divided by 4. Negative divided by positive is negative. 12 divided by 4, that is 3. So therefore, our P is negative 3. Alright, so our P is negative 3. Alright, so let me just erase this one. So our P, let me just write it here. P is negative 3. Now, once you get the value of P and you have your vertex, we can now graph this one, class. Alright, so starting from the vertex. Alright, so let's graph this one. Once again, class, 3 here will be our X. And 1 here will be our Y. Your H, that would be your X. Your K, that would be your Y. So X is equals to 3. And then Y is equals to 1. Now, where is that, class, in the Cartesian plane? Where is positive 3, then positive 1 for Y? Where's that, class? That's correct. Positive 3, then positive 1 for Y. So this will be our vertex. Positive 3, then positive 1 for Y. 3 and 1. Once again, class, for the ordered pair, it should always be XY. Okay, it should be always XY, ordered pair. Alright, 3 and then 1. And then we have negative 3 for our P. So starting from the vertex, once again, class, we already have the idea that our parabola opens to the left. Okay, it will opens to the left. So we have negative 3. Therefore, starting from the vertex, you move 3 units to the left. Sir, why is it left? Because this is negative 3. Move 3 units to the left. And always remember this one, class. This will be our graph, right? Our parabola opens to the left. Always remember that the focus, it's always inside the parabola. We need to get the value of P for us to get the focus. And the focus, class, we have negative 3 for our P. Starting from the vertex, we move 3 units to the left. 1, 2, 3. This will be our focus, class. This one right here. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. This will be our focus. Alright, so once again, let me just label this one, class. Our vertex, 3, 1. And our focus, that would be, this is, for Y is 1. And for X, that is 0, right? It's on the origin. So 0, then 1. Alright, so once again, this is the vertex. And this will be the focus. Starting from the center, we move 3 units to the left. 1, 2, 3. And this will be our focus. Alright, so focus, let me just write it here. Our focus vertices, that would be our X is 0, and then 1 for Y, 0, 1. Alright, so next step, class, is we need to get the length of the latus rectum for us to graph this one. Now, how will you find the length of the latus rectum? The formula, class, latus rectum length is equals to the absolute value of 4P. Question, sir, why is it absolute value? Because we are referring to the length, class. Length is always positive. Absolute value of 4P. Now, sir, what is a latus rectum? A latus rectum, class, is actually a line a line segment passes through the focus. Okay, so this will be our focus and our parabola opens to the left. So our latus rectum class will be here. And it is a line segment that will pass through this focus. Alright, and the formula, there will be absolute value for P. It's always absolute value. It's always positive because we are referring to the length. So absolute value of 4, and our P is negative 3. 4 times negative 3. So absolute value of 4 times negative 3, that would be negative 12, right? And the absolute value of negative 12, absolute value of a number class, it's always positive. Absolute value of negative 12, that would be positive 12. Always remember that one class. Absolute value of a number, it's always positive. Okay, so the answer is 12, positive 12. Now, once you get the latus rectum, the length, this is 12, therefore, you move 6 units upward and then 6 units downward. Okay, once again, you move 6 units upward and then 6 units downward because this is 12. So, starting from the focus, you move 6 units downward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope you see this one. We don't have enough space. Let me just extend our whiteboard. Okay, so once again, you move 6 units upward, 6 units downward because this is 12. Do not be confused, class. This is 12. We need to divide this equation by 2 because our length is 12. Divide this one into 2 equal parts. So 6 units upward, 6 units downward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be our first length. Half of 12, this one. Alright, and the other one, starting from this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, lacking one class. So let me just erase this one class. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so I do apologize, class, because our whiteboard class is not that big. Alright, so this one. Alright, so this is 6 and this is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. Alright, so 1, starting from focus, 6 units upward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 6 units downward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. And we can label this one. This is for X, that is 0. For Y is 7. Vertices of the latus rectum. This one is X is 0. Then Y is negative 5. Alright, and then we can now graph this one, class. Connecting this one, starting from the vertex. Alright, so that's it. And this one, starting from the vertex. That's it. And then we can connect this one, class, our length for the latus rectum. Okay, from the focus, of course. That's it, class. Okay, so this will be our vertex here. Do not forget, this will be our vertex. And this will be the length of the latus rectum. That's 12 units. 6 units upward starting from the focus. And then 6 units downward starting from the focus. Alright, so let me just write it here. Latus rectum length. That would be 12. Latus rectum vertices. So we have 0, 7. The other one, 0, then negative 5. What else, class? We have the latus rectum. We have the focus, yup. Vertex, yup. Axis of symmetry. Now, how will you find the axis of symmetry? Now, always remember this one, class. If your parabola opens to the right or to the left, your axis of symmetry, class, that would be y equals k. Once again, your axis of symmetry, that would be y equals k if your parabola opens right and left. So, axis of symmetry, that would be y equals, then the value of your k, class. The value of your k is 1, so this will be y equals 1. That's it, class. That's the answer of the axis of symmetry. Easy, right, for the axis of symmetry? Now, let me just explain this one, class. If you ask this one, sir, what is axis of symmetry? Now, axis of symmetry, class, is actually a line that will divide this parabola into 2 equal parts. Now, if you divide this parabola, class, into 2 equal parts, with this line, of course, you will intersect at this given y, right? And that would be 1. Check this one out, class. If you divide this parabola into two equal parts, because the axis of symmetry is a line or a line segment that will divide the parabola into two equal parts. If you draw this line, class, of course, you divide this parabola and you will intersect in this y, which is positive 1, right? This is positive 1 for y. Okay, check this one out, class. If you divide this one, you will intersect at this given point, which is 1, positive 1. That's why, class, it will be complicated if you divide this one. Just remember this one, class, that your axis of symmetry, if your parabola opens right or left, this will be your equation, class. Y equals k. If your parabola opens upward or downward, your equation will be x equals h. If it's upward or downward. Now, since this is right or left, your equation will be y equals k. And now your k is 1. That's why you have y equals 1. That's it, class. That's the answer for the axis of symmetry. Easy, right? For the axis of symmetry. Alright, so last one, class, the directrix. Sir, how will we get the directrix? Now, the directrix, class, is actually the opposite direction of the focus. When you get the focus, class, you move 3 units to the left, right? 1, 2, 3. That would be your focus. Now, to get the directrix, class, there would be opposite direction of the focus. 3 units to the left to get the focus. Therefore, to get the directrix, there would be 3 units to the right, starting from the vertex, class. Once again, to get the focus starting from the vertex, you move 3 units to the left. 1, 2, 3. To get the directrix starting from the vertex, opposite direction, you move 3 units to the right. 1, 2, 3. That's it, class. This will be your directrix. Now, the directrix, class, is actually a line. So, you draw a line, class. And then, your directrix, class, you will intersect at this given point, which is x. And that would be 6, right? Okay, this is 6, class. Check the line, class. You will intersect at this given point, and this point will intersect at this given x-axis, that would be 6. Therefore, class, your directrix, class, that would be x equals, you intersect at this given point, which is x equals 6. That's it, class. All set. Once again, class, the directrix is a line parallel to the latus rectum. Always remember that one, class. Directrix is a line parallel to the latus rectum, and your directrix, class, you will intersect at this given point, and this given point, class, is a line with x equals 6, positive 6. That's why, class, you have x equals 6 for the directrix. That's it, class. All set. So I hope you learned something new today, class. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have some questions, class, do not hesitate to ask. You put your question in the comment section down below. Alright, so we don't have enough space, class. I do apologize for our whiteboard. We need to extend, class. So I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.